There's like a pile.
Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Really?
Clearly. Siri, what are you drinking today?
Water.
Good job. I have a Diet Dr. Pepper because I need caffeine. Hopefully, that sound didn't filter out because it was beautiful. Yeah, Lila is still doing the thing where every time I start a Zoom call and say, hello, she's like, yes. And then she asks for uppies and is very incessant about it.
Yeah.
So, how was your day?
It was a day. It was a day of school and it's over now.
Great, I love that for you.
10 more days.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Mhm.
And then summer.
Yes. Yep.
Um, yeah. So yesterday we went to Lake Gregory up in Crestline, and that was for our friend Mike's birthday. I had never been up there before. Had you been there before?
No.
I didn't think so. But it was so cute. I had so much fun. And they like rented a boat, so we got to go out on the lake for a little bit, and that was cute and fun. I think he had a good time.
Yeah.
It
Mike's first time
was,
driving a boat.
yeah, it was so cute because he like immediately sat down in the driver's seat and he was like, I'm driving this boat. And we were like, well, yeah, it's your birthday.
Mhm.
But he was precious driving it because I got some pictures of him. And he was like driving the boat with his arm like on the seat behind him, just like chilling. It was funny. And his little sister came with us and she like wanted to do a kayak. So they got her a kayak, but they only had a tandem kayak available. And they were like, well, it'll be fine for one person. So she got this big kayak and she's pretty little. Um, and then
Yes.
she got stuck trying to come back in because it was just one of her and the kayak was so long and like coming back in, she was going against both the wind and the current. And so she kind of got stranded, and we sent rangers out to get her, but then they rescued someone else instead. And eventually she made her way back, but it was so sad because we like once we could see her, we were like, "Yeah, you can do it." And like you could see she was exhausted. And she'd like paddle a little bit, but literally every time she started making progress, the wind would like blow the boat sideways because it was so long because it was a tandem. And so then she would have to straighten herself out. It took her a while, but she did it.
Oh man. Yeah, that poor girl. It luckily like it wasn't a very big lake.
Yeah.
So I mean that was nice. That could have been worse. But
Yeah.
definitely like the wind is whipping through there because it's up in the mountains and everything.
Oh, 100%.
It was a hopping day.
It really was. Yeah, I thought it was funny because Mike and Claire both were like, oh, it's not usually this busy. I didn't think it was that busy because I was like, this is nothing compared to LA beaches.
Oh. I haven't spent much time on LA beaches.
Um, Well, I was just thinking like if we were like in Santa Monica or Malibu yesterday for Memorial Day, it would have been packed.
The thing is that like it's not like a very big beach area. So
Beach.
it's kind of like
Yeah,
everyone was really like packed in like sardines. And I mean, we
that's
weren't going
true.
for the beach. We were just going for the boat, which was fun.
Yeah. And like the water itself was not super busy.
Yeah.
I thought
Yes.
I really liked the boat that we had. I thought it was nice.
Yeah, I like that it had a cover.
Yeah, that was nice. So we were shaded and it had like nice seats and a table even.
Yes.
And Claire brought snacks, which was great.
Yeah. Although I mean, most of the people that were doing the boating thing that day were getting stuff from the 7-Eleven. So it was
Yeah.
like, I don't know, everyone had different vibes going on.
Well, the people who were like getting on a boat as we were getting off of ours, they had a whole pizza with them. It's like that is a
Which,
vibe.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we got to
Yeah, my dogs
see,
kept, what were you saying?
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, my dogs kept me up like all night. They decided they really, really, really had to be awake at 1:30. And so I was just like, fine, whatever. We're just gonna feed you now then, because you're acting like crazy things. And like nothing was like quelling it. So I'm like, okay, like whatever. This is just gonna be what we're doing. And then so I fed them, I go to the bathroom, and then they're barking at the patio door. And I'm like, what the heck is out there? Like maybe this is why they were up and crazy. There were two people sitting at the table right outside my like it's right outside my window pretty much. Two people sitting there talking and drinking. 1:30 in the morning. I'm
Great.
like, this is why my dogs have been up. And I don't know how late they stayed there because I was like, oh, well, that's why you're going crazy. And they were crazy pretty much entirely the rest of the evening, until I had to be up. And then they were like, feed us. And I was like, no, you already ate.
Wow.
So I'm
Well,
like, gosh,
that sounds delightful.
yeah, it was not ideal. I will tell you that.
No,
I'm just like,
no.
it's like weird to me. I'm like, you do realize this is someone's bedroom window that you're sitting right outside of. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really weird. And it's weird for them to be out so late last night too. Because like today it's back to the grind, friends.
Yeah, like it's a normal work day for literally everybody.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. So that was that. And I forgot my Stanley at home. Yep. So it was a day.
Great. Well, it's over now.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, Today I did laundry and my laundry is still happening because it takes stuff forever to dry in my dryer after that guy fixed it. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. And then I got gas and I got groceries. And then I did some content this afternoon. And I like did some cleaning. Yeah,
Nice.
that's all right. I am excited to like sit down though. This is the first time all day I've like sat down other than like filming, but that's it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Like physically sitting, yes. Mentally and emotionally sitting, nah. But I got an
Yeah.
email today that was like commercial offer, and I was like, fuck yeah, because I am on hold for what I think is a commercial. No, it was just another content offer.
Oh.
And I was like, that why?
You're like, that's
Why?
great, but it's not the same thing.
Was like, that is not, no. First of all, maybe, but no.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
I really thought that yesterday or that last night would be one of those nights where I get in bed and then like pass out and have like one of those sleeps that's so good that you wake up and you're like, whoa. Um, it was not. I didn't sleep super well last night, so that was fun. And it was annoying. Because like I woke up this morning and immediately knew, like before I even checked my sleep tracker, I just knew that I like didn't get effective sleep. And I was like, why? Why? It's
Man.
rude.
Yes.
Just watch, because I think it's Thursday is the day I have to be at work earlier than normal. Just watch. Thursday morning, I'll be having a great sleep, and then freaking alarms are gonna go off and ruin it.
Ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alarms do ruin my life.
They're really rude like that.
Yep.
I feel like as life progresses for me, it gets harder and harder for me to wake up in the mornings. And that's just really unfortunate because I'm still pretty young. It's like imagine me in my 40s, like 20 years from now. I like right now, it takes me at least half an hour to be awake enough to actually sit up and get out of bed.
I think you will grow out of that.
I don't know, dude. I keep thinking that and it keeps getting worse.
Well, you haven't hit the magical numbers yet.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I don't sleep. I wake up early. That's just how it goes. I just don't need as much sleep anymore.
I like genuinely don't know if it'll ever happen for me because my body needs more rest than the average human anyway.
Mhm.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got some really cute earrings today.
Ooh, I like
That's
those.
my mint mongoose for the month.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And the necklace that goes with it is really pretty, but the earrings I left on. Like they're so freaking cute. And they're like summery. It kind of
Yeah.
looks like a crystal in the middle.
I was thinking it was like giving the Yzma potion from a
I know it
distance.
kind of does look like it looks like a potion and it looks like a lantern kind of.
Oh, so it could be good for Rapunzel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for those who are not on YouTube, they're like the metal is rose gold and then they have like a purple pink ombre crystal in them and they're really pretty. I like them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing any jewelry today because I don't wear jewelry to work anymore.
Fair. I
I'm
have to
too
wear
lazy.
jewelry because I fidget too much. And when I don't wear jewelry, usually realize it as I'm in the car going to work if I've forgotten it. And I immediately am like, because I know I'm going to be fidgety and have nothing to fidget with.
Well, my thing is I have my lanyard with my keys and my ID thing, and I
Oh,
have
that's
a
good.
pin. I have a pin on there. That's my she her pin. And so I fidget with that. I'm spinning that pin pretty
Yeah.
much all day long. So
At my normal person, well, none of my jobs are normal person jobs. At my most normal person job, I have a badge and it's on one of the little like
mhm.
stretchy thingies and I will sit there while I'm doing my job and just stretch it and then retract it and then stretch it and retract it just over and over and over again while I'm doing my job and like no one can tell. But like I'll be doing that with one hand and then my fidget ring with the other hand and I'm like this is getting problematic.
One of the dog beds is under my nightstand, and Panini is in that dog bed under the nightstand.
You know what? Good for her.
Look at her.
Hi, Niners.
You're having a good time under there. Who would have thunk?
He's
I
like,
didn't think a
yeah.
dog could fit in there. I also, my bed has backfired because I bought this bed because it has the drawers so the dogs wouldn't go under it. Well, they've figured out how to kick the drawers out so they can get under the bed. So
Wait,
Anyway,
I thought the drawers were attached to the bed frame.
no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like they like fit in, but they can like paw and open them.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Yeah, so they're not great.
Interesting.
They're being a little gremlin-y today.
Well, yeah. I mean, they started strong
Yeah.
at 1:30 in the morning.
They really did. They really did.
That's just horrific.
That's dogs. But I think like they can hear a lot of stuff that I don't too. So it's like
Yeah.
that's also just apartment living.
At least you were able to figure out why.
Yeah.
Not that that makes it any better, but at least you knew.
Yep. And, like it's a communal space out there, but it's just like, really?
Yeah, I
1:30 in
mean,
the
it's
morning?
still rude.
1:30 in the morning.
Communal or not, you need to be respectful of your neighbors.
Well, it's not like they weren't like being loud or anything,
Yeah.
but it just was like, oh, that's why my dogs are going batshit. Like,
Well, I'm sure they could probably hear the dogs too.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know how well the sound travels to different units in this complex because I did meet the people upstairs. And I mean, I see people on my camera, so I have kind of figured out who belongs to what unit. Like I can kind of figure some of that out sometimes.
yeah.
And so it is who I thought it was, a scooter guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it is scooter guy, and they have a pit bull mastiff mix.
Oh, so that's what you hear probably.
Yeah. So when I'm like, why are they like running around? And there was a point where I was like, they have dogs. And then when I was like, oh, it's totally that dog. And that's all I'm hearing. So I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, that's all I'm hearing is the dog running around when they're playing with it. I'm like,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I ran into him. Like I was coming out of my unit and he was walking by and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I have like these crazy barking dogs. And he was like, I didn't even know you had dogs. And he's just like, I'm sorry, you can probably hear mine upstairs. And I was just like, oh, you have the pit bull. And he's like, yeah, the pit bull mastiff. So he's so hyper. Da, 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 da. And I was just like, oh, I'm like, I don't care. He's like, you can't hear. And I was like, no, I mean, like I can hear when he's like running around, but I'm like, that's it. And
Yeah.
I don't care. He was just like, oh yeah. So he said he didn't even know that I had a dog.
Well, nice.
Yeah. The only thing he was just like, but that's not your alarm that goes off every morning, right? And I was like, no. He's like, I think that's the neighbor. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so annoying. It starts at like 6:11 every day. And he says it goes off for hours. Cause it must be someone who always sleeps with their like window open or something like that. Because it's like you can hear it. And it's not like an obnoxious alarm. It's like the doon, doo 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 doo, doo 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 doo, doo doo doo. Like I think it's like one of the Amazon product like alarms
Hmm.
every day. But he said for hours because I always notice it at like 6 a.m. But I don't really hear it unless I've opened
The
my little
patio.
patio door.
Yeah.
But it's like really kind of loud in the courtyard area. And I'm like, that must be so annoying because it is probably someone on like your floor. And if you have a window open or your patio open, or if you work from home,
Or
which
even
I
if
don't know,
it's the unit right next door to him.
which it might be. I
That's
tried to figure it out
oh.
at one point, and I kind of thought it was the unit that would be, yeah, the one right next to him. That was like what I thought it was when I used to take the dogs into the courtyard in the mornings.
Hmm.
But now dogs aren't allowed in the courtyards. Although I still see people who bring their dogs into the courtyards. That's when I really just let my dogs like run out in the patio and bark at them.
Yeah.
And I don't say anything. I say nothing. I don't even go out there. I just let them scream.
Yeah. Fair.
I'm like, I'm bringing my dogs to the street. They're not allowed in the courtyard, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell them, Nene.
I think that alarm would kill me like
Yeah,
every single day.
for
Ugh.
hours. Because my thing is like, I
Why do they
noticed
have an alarm going off for hours?
because they're not waking up, apparently. Or I'm wondered if they're just like not there, or they might not like sleep at home or something. I don't know.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I'm like, that is really annoying.
That's
Yeah, my saving grace
terrible.
is I leave at 7, so I'm like, whatever. I wake up at 6:09. That alarm probably starts going off, but I'm like in the bath, like I'm walking the dogs, and then then I'm like in the bathroom getting myself ready, getting dressed, I'm getting my bag packed, and then it's like I sit down for like 2 seconds and then I leave. So it's not like
Yeah,
hindering my life in any way.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah. But it was nice to meet the neighbor. Just
Yeah,
be like, I'm so sorry about my dogs. And he's like, dogs? I'm like, all right, good, good,
right.
good.
Love that.
Need to be screaming. A screamy over here.
Milo, look, it's Mocha and Panini. Is that your best friend Mocha?
Oh, hi, Layla.
The other day I was talking to my parents and Frosty was there, so I said hi to Frosty because they had me on speaker. And then my mom was like, "Oh, do you have us on speaker?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Well, is Lila there?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Let's see if they'll talk to each other." They did not. Um, but apparently every time my mom said Lila, Frosty got really excited.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Today, so my parents have been in the process of an addition to their house, and it took my mom literally forever and a day to settle on flooring. And they started installing the flooring last week. Well, today they went back to the flooring store because they don't like the flooring.
Oh no.
Apparently, once they started putting it together, the like pieces, because it's luxury vinyl, and like the pieces are like beveled at the edges. And so when they are fit together, there's kind of like a little dip where they meet. And apparently that beveled part is like darker than the rest of the piece. And so it like kind of creates a pattern when they're all put together, and they don't like that. And also because it's like beveled and it makes a little dip, they're worried about like cleaning, like stuff
Yeah.
getting stuck in it. So they took it
I
back
feel
to
like
the flooring
it
place.
should be flush. Like that's
Yeah.
we
Well, they fit together because like the beveled pieces like meet, but it's still like it's not, there's still like a little dip. Anyway, um, so I took it back to the flooring place, and the guy was really nice about it because he like when they called, he like put together some of the pieces, and he was like, "Oh, I see what you mean. That's really weird." So they went back and they got like I think my mom said a dozen more samples.
oh goodness.
So now they're gonna pick new flooring again.
My gosh. Just sprinkle it full of the pet hair and
Yeah. Well, they did like the one that they got. Like they liked the finish of it and the color, and it was everything they wanted. And then they like started putting it together and they were like, that
this is
actually not is gonna work out.
yeah.
So anyway, hopefully they find something that will work for them. Yeah. Today she was like, "Guess what we're doing?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she was like, "Going back to the flooring store." And I was like, "Cool." Yeah. They had the town where the flooring store is, because my parents live in the middle of a national forest. So to get anywhere, they have to drive pretty much at least an hour. You know, you've been there. So the flooring store is about an hour away. And the town right next to the town where the flooring store is had a really bad tornado last week, like late in the week. And apparently there's a lot of structural damage. And they said today when they were driving through, they saw like giant trees that had been completely uprooted. And there are trees that have like fallen onto houses and onto cars. And my dad said it looked like a war zone. Like apparently it was pretty damaging. And apparently a lot of the schools in that town just called it. They were like, we're starting summer break early because our building is too damaged to have classes.
Why can't that happen to me? Just kidding.
That's what I said. I was like, Siri would not be mad at all if they had to call it early.
Oh my God. It's just dragging. The end of the year is dragging. My students don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. All of the administrators are retiring, so they don't want to be there.
Yeah. I feel like all of that is a good argument to just call it.
We can't. We can't. So we're just gonna keep on showing up.
Only for how many days? How many more days?
10.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. 3 days this week, 5 days next, and 2 days after that.
Gross.
Yeah, this school starts so much earlier than any school I've ever even attended. And then it goes later.
When did they start again?
They start in August.
But
Yeah,
when in
August
Oh,
14th was the first day.
that is early.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like because June 11th is your last day, right?
Hmm.
That feels really late to me.
It is. But it's because we get a week off for Thanksgiving, not just the 2 days. We get 3 full weeks off in like December to January,
Yeah.
plus spring break. So it's just kind of those extra weeks. Cause like my school that I grew up in and that I worked in last year, we got just Thanksgiving day and the day after off, not the whole week.
Interesting.
And then Christmas was like sometimes just a week, if even. Yeah, it was basically just a week. And then one random winter break and then spring break.
Wow.
Now Mocha's laying in the bed under there. They like it. Panini.
Panini's mad that Mocha's in there.
Yeah, she really is. Panini Beanie, what you doing? Are you jealous? Come lay in here then. You have you just been hiding here? You can go in there. She's like, no. There's a kennel under here that would also be a hidden little bed, but you know.
Nah, that'd be too easy.
Yes.
Well, good. Love that for her.
Beanie. Here.
A weenie. A panini weenie.
Yes. Hi, Panini.
Panini, how was your day?
Oh, she's very concerned.
Yeah, understandable. It's like Mocha is in my new secret bed spot.
Well, she has left now since I grabbed
Oh,
Panini. So now Panini's the one under there. Who knew? Are you gonna try to go up on top of here? You can't. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
yeah. Tomorrow I have to go to one of my in-person jobs, and I don't wanna.
Not all fun and games.
No. But I also didn't want to really do content today. So I think I'm just in a little phase of kind of burnout, which is fun and great for me personally.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
my. Yep.
So that, yep, going great. On Thursday, though, at one of my jobs, I'm training for a little promotion thingy. So that's
Good.
exciting.
Yes.
Can be a little bit more money.
Money. Money.
Yeah, it is important, unfortunately.
It really is. It's just, yeah.
I wish that it didn't matter so much.
Honestly, my usually the thing that really triggers my depression really bad is money related.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's one of those things that feels like so ridiculous because you're like, well, money doesn't buy happiness. And it's like, but it actually
it kind of
does.
does.
It kind of does.
Yeah, yeah. It triggers my anxiety a lot of times.
Mhm.
Yep. I just wish it wasn't so hard to get, and I wish it wasn't so vital to existence.
Is that too much to ask?
Right? Anyway, this has been kind of a low energy episode. Sorry, fam.
Well, I am low energy, so
Yeah, I'm tired. I gave myself a lash lift.
oh, I didn't even like I forgot to look at that
I
yesterday.
got I got a kit off of Amazon. And I liked it. My only complaint is that it was supposed to come with 3 applications. It only came with 2. So, but it's okay. It still will save me money rather than getting it done professionally. But I really like it. It looks good. And then I got a tent. It came today. So I'll probably put that on tonight. So then when I wake up, I'll look prettier.
Your eyelashes will just be doing something a little different.
Yeah, they do like I don't even know if you can see, but they look longer and like it makes my eyes look bigger because they're like permanently curled.
Hmm.
It's like I don't have to curl them in the morning, which is nice. My eyelash curler was kind of driving me nuts because on this eye, my right eye, I don't know if my eyes are shaped different or if the lid is different. I have no idea. But on this eye, the lashes towards the outer corner would like they curled so much that they like made a loop and then they would get stuck like in the crevice of my eyelid.
Hmm.
And so they just wouldn't like lay right. So that was why I wanted a lift to begin with, because I thought that would help that. And I think it has, because they don't do that
Nice.
right now. Yeah.
I don't I've never curled my eyelashes.
Yeah. My eyelash curler was driving me nuts because I didn't really have the control that I wanted. Because it was really only those couple ones that needed attention.
Hmm.
Anyway, but I gave myself a lash lift and it was very easy. It did not, it like zero effort really. You just had to like wait a little bit in between steps for the things to do their job, which was actually nice. I just put my AirPods in and listened to a podcast and laid down during the like developing times. So that was nice.
Nice.
Kind of forces you to just relax. And it's supposed to last for up to 2 months.
Fancy.
I know it.
Yeah, I've never had a lash lift or a lash tint.
I never had either. I'd wanted a lift for a while. Ashley Biller, has done lifts for years. And I remember when she and I were working on the movie where we met, I like asked her what kind of mascara she used. She was like, "It's not the mascara you want to know about, it's lash lifts." And I was like, "Tell me more." So I've always been intrigued and I've always like kept kind of an eye on it on Groupon. It just was
Never, yeah.
never cheap enough for me to be like, "Sure." Um, which like they're really not that expensive, but I just am not someone who pays for treatments for myself very often. Um, yeah, but now they're like popular enough that they sell kits on Amazon and you
For
can do it
everybody.
yourself. Yeah.
Yes. Very DIY self-care and treat yourself moments.
Yeah. I feel like so this whole year I've been considering my like level up year. So I've been like paying more attention to whitening my teeth and my skincare has leveled up. And I feel better about my physical being. And now I'm like, yeah, now I have nice eyelashes. Like that thing on TikTok where you see the girls and they're like, the high maintenance things I do to be low maintenance.
A lot.
I feel that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was influenced into getting castor oil. Not to
Oh,
consume. Not to consume.
oh
There's
no,
a
I
girl.
figured skin. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a girl
I,
who uses it under her eyes instead of an eye cream. So I've been doing that in addition to my eye cream, so I'm still gonna use up my eye cream. Um, but I feel like it's been working because like my under eyes are pretty dark, and I feel like it's worked a little bit. They're also like not puffy, which is nice.
nice.
Yeah. And castor oil for a giant thing, it was like $9. So
Way cheaper than a night cream or a night cream,
yeah,
not cream.
eye
Night
cream.
cream too, but you know.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see how I feel like when I do start to run out of my eye cream, if I feel like doing just that. I don't know. We'll find out. I've used an eye cream since I was, I think, 12 years old, so it would feel very weird to just use an oil. But that's all this girl uses, and her pictures that she shows, her before photos look like very similar to mine. Because normally, you see influencers who are like, I have terrible under eye dark circles, and I'm like, I can't even see them.
Yeah. They're like, you're lying.
Yeah. But I do have really dark under eyes, and it's genetic. My mom has them too, and so does my brother. And like normally, even when I wear concealer, you can still like see like the texture difference, and I feel like that's getting less. So that's good. It's exciting. Yep.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts, final words?
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts. Um, largely make better choices in career and college, children,
Oh,
and get rich young.
wise words, words of wisdom with Siri. We haven't done that in a while.
We haven't done that in a while. I haven't been chaotic enough for words of wisdom with Siri.
Well, we just had a little stroke of genius, I guess.
Get rich young. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
great advice. Thank you. That'll bring us to the end of this episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly.